Good evening and welcome, sports fans. A little bit of trouble getting online here in the Three Rivers press box, but we are ready to play Red Wolves football. Red Wolves going to receive the ball. Three Rivers won the toss. There's a good return up the middle.
Yep. Ben Miller.
Looks like Ben Miller on that return. So we're a little ways away from the field tonight. So if our spotter, Greg Southworth, Greg, welcome on the broadcast.
Thank you.
We've got our spotters pulling triple duty tonight, spotting and looking for stuff. The scoreboard is going to be a problem tonight. I'm going to try to call it out for you as best I can. They have a full digital scoreboard here at Three Rivers, and the camera will not focus on it. So it's all LED, and it's just a nightmare to get that. So Wolves are going to come out in the wing tee to get us started. Gunnar Goodell going to hand this one off. Ben Miller off the right side. Ben's going to break a tackle. He's going to get 5. Nice run for Ben Miller. Greg, homecoming down here. One of the issues we had tonight was took me about 35 minutes to get through the biggest homecoming parade I've ever seen.
They always have a big one here.
So, and amazing how many people were walking from downtown, which isn't that close to here.
No, it's
on all the side streets to get to the stadium tonight.
It's a pretty good track. We do have our stat truck hooked up to the scoreboard tonight.
Oh yeah, there's all kinds of. You can't see any of it, but they're all there. Snap. There's a little pitch back. That's PJ. PJ DeYoung's going to pick up 2. That's going to bring up third and 3 here for the Red Wolves. You'll have to give us some feedback on the audio levels. We'll play with them a little bit. But we got a beautiful new stadium and complex here. All the bleachers in the press box is all old school, but everything surrounding us is brand new. We got a new track, new turf field, nice video digital scoreboard from the Power Eye. Ben Miller's back. This is going to be a handoff. It looks like Bryson Newell. Yep. Bryson's going to go ahead and going to get a Red Wolves first down.
Newell on the carry.
Get our first howl in for the night, Greg.
Yep. That's a typical Bryson hard run up the middle.
Yes, we are on the air, so people picking us up. I hope so. We got 37 viewers, so it looks like we're on. Go ahead and light the comments up. From the wing tee, Goodell's going to snap it. He's going to hand it to this side. That looks like PJ. PJ DeYoung's going to go ahead for 2, maybe 3. He's going to bring up a second and long.
Tackled by Hunter Coley. Ball's placed on the 47-yard line. Second down, 7.
First shout out tonight. We don't see him on the air yet. He's got pressing things to do. Is a concern for our Tampa fan. We know he made it through all right because he marked himself safe, but hope everything's going okay in the cleanup down there. Goodell. Oh, it looks like Three Rivers jumped, and they're going to call that. 2 of them went, and usually when 2 of them went and they don't make a real big attempt to get back, you're going to see a flag thrown on that.
Yeah, a lot of times they jump and they know they did it and they just stop.
Whoa, hold on, there we go. We're trying to get that little clock in the display so you can kind of sort of zoom in on it and see what's going on, but so the Red Wolves going to break the huddle. Going to be 2nd and 2 after the penalty. Puts us on the short side of the sticks. This is a good spot for the Paw Paw to do whatever they want to do here. And they're going to try a throw, and they got a wide open receiver, and that's caught.
Ben Miller.
That's Ben Miller down the sideline. It's a great time to try that, Greg, when you got a 2nd and 2. That opens up your entire playbook, and they did just that. Ben Miller, good on the pass from Gunnar Goodell. Gunnar was able to lay that one out there nice and soft and let Ben run underneath it.
Gunner's been throwing the ball really well this year.
Gunner's been throwing the ball great. It's, and he's doing the one thing you don't see a lot of high school quarterbacks do, and that's put a lot of touch on the ball.
Yeah, he just kind of lofted that one out there.
A lot of quarterbacks make the mistake and think that they got to show off their arm and gun it in there, but Gunnar, he's taken a different approach this year and thrown some really nice balls as a result. Goodell going to hand that one to Ben Miller off the right side. Ben's going to pick up 5.
Ben Miller on the carry.
Reminding everyone we got a first-time cameraman tonight, or second-time cameraman tonight, so we'll get it going as we can. Second and 5 here. Red Wolves marching on the opening drive of the game. I'm hearing rumors that Three Rivers has not lost on this field yet.
That is correct. And we have lost to them twice on their homecoming. We are 0-2
against their homecoming.
That's
a good run, and that's going to go to the corner of the end zone. P.J. DeYoung's going to get
Bryson Newell.
Bryson Newell's going to get the ball down to about the 1-yard line. First down. Nice run by Bryson Newell. I thought that was P.J. at first.
Place the ball on the 1-yard line. First and goal.
He broke a tackle right at the line and then took off.
Well, and I don't think that you could ask for a better opening drive for the Wolves than this. Well, let's put it in the end zone, then we'll say that, right? Power I. Inside to Newell again. He's going to try to push for it. Ooh, that's
looks like he got it.
They're going to call him down short. I don't know how in the world they could possibly see that he was down short.
He fell into the end zone.
Yeah, he was laying in the end zone, and there were 300 legs in there. Not sure how you could see that. Tampa has joined Powerless, but they're got some batteries, so they're watching the game tonight. That's good news. So Red Wolves, second and tip of the football. That's a handoff to Miller. Miller's going to go into the line. I'm not sure Ben
That's
got
a
in
touchdown.
there. Oh, yep. Signal from the side. Paw Paw, touchdown. He didn't need much, and he didn't get much, but he's in for the Red Wolves. Touchdown. Ben Miller off the right side. Gunnar Goodell knew he was in. He was signaling. Dalton Ike in for the extra point. There's the snap. Hold is good. Kick is up. Kick is low, but kick is good. So with 8:55 to go here in the first, Paw Paw jumps up on Three Rivers, 6-0.
Ben Miller, Jr., running back. Shout out, Mom.
My name is Silas Penning, Jr., cornerback. Shout out to Jimmy Johns.
My name is Gunnar Goodell, quarterback, junior, and shouting out any Chinese buffet.
Bryson Newell, linebacker / running back, class of 2025. Shout out my Uncle Adam, who's slower than me.
Cody Conley, class 25, water boy. Shout out my dad.
So Paw Paw set to kick off here. Three Rivers has always been known for their speed. Gunner's going to tee it up.
Good on the kick. Stone back to the Cats.
So Gunnar Goodell to kick off. Boots away. He's going to kick that one down to about the 10. It's going to bounce right on the 10. Picked up at the 5. And there's a nice play on special teams. Can only guess that that's Gage
Mabus.
Gage Mabus down there. Looks like Austin Ackerman was the one. We say that kind of jokingly because Gage Mabus has been everywhere on special teams all year long. Austin Ackerman got that one, and a nice play it was. Deep, deep, deep. Not to mention the fact that they got caught with their hand in the cookie jar. It's really a bummer, Greg, when you hold on a play that doesn't make any difference.
Yeah. Now you're starting at the 5-yard line.
So Three Rivers going to show us their offense from deep in the shadows of their own goalpost.
Usually those penalties are on the other side of the field and has no effect on the play.
Snap. That's going to go into the line. That's going to be a loss of 2.
It's Cody Conley and
Cody Conley on the tackle.
Landon Buell in
Looks like
there.
Landon Buell joined him in there.
Hensley carries the ball for Three Rivers.
So you'll probably get a lot more tackle calls tonight because Greg's used to calling them out.
Second down, 12.
Can you even see the numbers on that scoreboard? I
Not-
can't even see those numbers. They got all the stats up there.
And
but
we've
I
got
can't tell.
40 rushing yards and 23 passing yards.
Yeah, it's pretty tough to see that. That's
Close to a
pretty
safety.
close. They're going to say forward progress got him out to the half-yard line. Red Wolves are looking for a safety, and they're not going to get it.
Colin Campbell was in on that.
Colin Campbell,
Three Rivers. Brought down by Spring.
Darren.
Darren Stry was in there. Sounds like we have a stray Stry out there tonight.
Ball back at the 1-yard line.
So 3rd and long for Three Rivers coming out of the barely green, almost purple area of the field. Out of the offset eye, Three Rivers. You got to be careful down here, Greg. They're going to hand it to the fullback, but I'm not sure he got out.
I don't even know if he made it to the line of scrimmage.
They're gonna say again forward progress, but man, that was close.
The ball carrier.
Ackerman was in there.
I mean, he doesn't have room to spot with both feet. He's got to spot with one foot.
Yeah,
That's going to make it an uncomfortable punting situation in high school football.
very.
You know, the pros, they usually take 10, 11 yards. High school typically takes 13 to 15 yards. They're giving them just over 10 here. Just under when you figure you can't stand out.
Yeah, he can't stand on the end line.
Snap is in, rush is in, and kick is away. They got away, and there's a flag, of course. So that's going to give Three Rivers a first down.
Kalen Tate on the return.
The only prayer you got down there is it could have been holding in the end zone, but as late as that flag came, I'm almost certain that's going to be roughing the kicker.
Carter Wrights to number 55.
Yeah,
To be
the-
honest with you, not a horrible time to go after that.
No, not at all.
They haven't shown they do anything yet, and you got them pinned deep.
Even with the penalty, they come out to the 16-yard line if that's what it is.
Do they have the 2 penalties in high school, or is it just 1? I think it's just 1 penalty.
I think it's just 1.
Yeah. They're doing a lot of talking down there. Doesn't seem to be a real consensus. The back judge threw the penalty, and he threw it very late. We're going to hear, I think. No signal yet. They're still giving it Paw Paw ball. They're explaining it to Three Rivers coach. If that was a penalty on Three Rivers, that's a safety.
He's got running into the kicker on the defense. That's going to give a penalty.
Oh, there are 2.
They do have 2.
They gave him the running into the kicker. So they're going to take that penalty on the end of the kickoff.
Back us up 5 yards.
Yeah. I think Three Rivers would be more than happy to get it out of that end zone.
Yeah.
You know, you
I
don't want to take a chance to punt it again and have one blocked.
Or a bad snap.
That penalty caused the ball to be placed at the 35-yard line of Three Rivers.
So ball's going to be right at the 35. 4:33 to go here in the first. Paw Paw's going to come out and, let me guess, the T?
Oh,
Power
no.
I.
That they tricked you.
I flipped a coin, you know. Goodell's under center, Ben Miller deep, Bryson and
PJ
in front of him.
Pretty good bet Ben's going to get the ball, though. Nope.
Hand off this side. That's PJ to Young. PJ's got a stiff arm. PJ's still rolling. PJ down almost a first down. It's going to be just short.
Young on the carry.
Needed the 25, got the 24 and 3/4. The scoreboard is in the video, but it's not legible. So it's really hard to see it. Not a whole lot we can do about the scoreboard tonight. I'll have to keep giving you updates because it's one of those LED digital scoreboards like they have. Where's the other one? Those Niles?
Otsego.
Otsego.
Yeah, Niles has one too.
Yeah, and you just can't. Berrien Springs is the one we
Berrien
got last
Springs,
year.
yep.
You couldn't see it. So
Yeah, cameras don't like the digital
yep,
scoreboard.
nothing we can do. So that's a handoff. No, that's a throw.
Pass. Barron.
Baron Marinich with the Red Wolves touchdown. For me.
Pass complete to Marinich. Good for a Paw Paw touchdown.
Gunnar Goodell finds Baron Marinich down the left sideline. Did we get that on camera, Greg? We can get that corner. Huh?
Yeah, we can get that corner.
Good deal. So,
I hope I got it.
Yeah, we hope we did get that corner. Dalton Ike in for his second extra point. That's a good start.
Very good.
There's the snap. Hold is good. Kick is up. Kick is is it blocked?
Blocked.
Blocked. Yep. So the first one was a little too low. The second one was really low. So that's going to take us to our second set of Red Wolves.
Alex McNeil, 2026, tight end. Shout out to my mom.
Elijah Garcia, class of 25, tight end. I'd like to shout out my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.
Baron Marinich, class of 2025, position kicker. Shout out Mama Marinich.
Landon Buell, class of 2025, position team bowling manager, and shout out my uncle.
Sorry about that. Gunnar Goodell's to kick off. Three Rivers going to bring it up. Oh, nice hit.
Cody Conley.
Cody Conley with the big hit.
Oh.
Marinich on the tackle, Stone.
Giving Baron Marinich that tackle.
It was Cody.
It looked like Cody to me, too.
Cody doesn't have pink gloves on.
Runback moves it out the 20-yard line.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to see Baron most of the time. So 3:33 to go here in the first. Red Wolves on defense for the second time. Three Rivers going to start this one right out at the 20-yard line.
Landon Buell.
Landon Buell with a big sling down tackle back in the, sometimes you throw them down like that, they'll give you a flag just because. Nothing illegal about that.
Nope, not at all. Quarterback shaking his head.
10-yard loss on the play, second down, 20.
So is that Aiden Williams back there's a quarterback, 21. Snap. That's a handoff right up the middle. He breaks a tackle, but he doesn't get away. Good pursuit by the Red Wolves.
Cody hit him first, then he bounced off to the side. Ben Miller made the final stop. I was talking with the Three Rivers coach last night, and he said when their quarterback went down early in the season, that took out about 75% of their offense.
Yeah.
Third down, 21.
Yep, and again, we'll talk about the so the beautiful digital scoreboard down there. It's all LED, so everything you see on there is basically LED light generated, and our camera will not. You can't get it to focus on it. It's not the camera. It's the way that the computer sees the digital imaging. And just getting it to come into a straight focus with the camera that we use for the scoreboard is nearly impossible. So that's why we're going to have to talk to you. It's going to bring up 3rd and a mile. Pitch outside, and that's eaten up in the backfield.
Nice play.
Three Rivers has got to have about a net negative 18, 19 yards tonight.
Colin Campbell with that tackle. They were negative 15 yards before that play. Now they're negative 22.
Negative 22 yards.
Punting from the end zone again.
So once again to punt from the end zone. Red Wolves almost got to the last one. Don't see any reason why not to go after it again. Ooh.
They did. They got it.
Yeah, it was partially blocked for sure.
They did throw a flag, though.
Well, I'm not sure if he did get a piece of it or if it just was a high punt.
Yeah, it could have been just a straight-up punt. It looked like he might have got a piece of it.
They're going to have to say that he did, and I don't see him saying it. And that's not running into if they're going to call that one, that's got to be roughing.
Yeah, and roughing should be an automatic first down for Three Rivers if it's roughing. Yep.
Yeah, so roughing the kicker on Paw Paw. So that's going to bring the ball out to about the 18-yard line. So a raucous homecoming crowd finally has something to cheer about, and it's a mistake by the Red Wolves. You know your night's not going well when you get a 15-yard penalty and you're only out to the 17.
Yeah, didn't even make it to the 20.
So we're still 3 yards before where this drive started.
Now, they just had 12 men in the huddle because a kid just ran off the field. That should be a penalty.
There's a handoff on the, quarterback keep, and that was a mistake. His jet sweep guy only had to, the reason I thought he handed it off is the jet sweep guy only had to beat one guy. The quarterback had to beat 4.
PJ and Cody Conley were in on that. Looks like we're blitzing somebody just about every play.
Yeah, sometimes you have to guess based on the read of what should happen, where the ball's going to go, and that was a wrong read.
Second down, 11.
Yeah, a new quarterback in?
Yes, they do.
Braden Carpenter's in there now. He's going to dump one off on a screen. That's a nice play from behind.
Conley.
Cody Conley's everywhere tonight.
Strong on the reception. Brought down by Conley. Ball's placed on the 13-yard line.
So ball's at the 13. That's going to bring up 3rd and again. 14 this time, much more than they're used to starting with. Looks like Three Rivers might let this clock run out. There's a 1 second differential between the game clock and the play clock, and it looks like they're going to let it go.
Go to the other end of the field, see if they can change their luck.
Yeah, well, this end hasn't been very lucky for them.
It's been good to us.
So that's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter here in Three Rivers. Paw Paw up 13-0 over the Three Rivers Wildcats. Let's meet some more Red Wolves.
Oh, hey. Darren Stry, senior, offensive tackle, defensive end, long snapper. Shout out Grandma Judy and little Dennis at home.
Dalton Ike, junior, offensive tackle, defensive tackle. Shout out UPS for the glorious health benefits.
Colin Campbell, offensive defensive line, senior, kickoff, PAT. Shout out my grandma and grandpa, and shout out Cody, his earrings.
Gage Mavis, senior, defensive end, kickoff. Shout out to my moms.
Julian Hernandez, aka Maui, play O-line, D-line. Like to shout out Moana 2.
Tyler Kruzinger, I'm a junior, offensive and defensive line. I'd like to shout out Meyer for the generous food selection.
So back to it. Three Rivers is going to be facing a 3rd and 14 as we get started here in the second quarter. Pop up 13-0. Homecoming night here in Three Rivers. Still pretty festive out there, Greg.
Oh, yeah.
More scores kind of takes that out of you. Snap. This is going to be a quarterback draw.
Conley was the first one to hit him again.
Yeah, Cody Conley's having himself a night. Looked like Landon Buell was in there as well.
There was quite a few of them in there. Their punter's going to get a good workout.
So Kalen Tate's going to go back to receive the punt. I might let him punt it this time.
So Dennis might tell him to back off on the pressure.
You know, they've almost got it twice, so theory is you can probably get through there, but all they're doing is eating up clock, and that's the result. Kalen's going to catch. Oh, dropped it, and that could be late, but because he dropped it, I think they'll let that go. So Kalen Tate muffs the punt, but is able to jump on it immediately.
Well, he did the smart thing, just fall on it. Don't try to pick it up.
Well, that was a smart thing on his part. You're absolutely right. You don't want to lose 8 more yards trying to pick the ball up, and then other alternative is to kick it a couple times and have them pick it up.
First and 10, Paw Paw.
So Paw Paw's got 1st and 10. We're going to have to see. From the power I, Gunner. Going to hand that inside. Newell runs right into his blocker. Julian Hernandez did not. He was in the hole Bryson thought was going to be open. So that's going to bring up 2nd and long. First really non-successful play that the Red Wolves have run, by successful meaning 3 yards or more.
Kind of did that to ourselves.
Well, the worst part is, had that hole been there, it was wide open down that left crease. From the tee, Goodell going to pitch this one, quick pitch out to this side. That's Ben Miller. Is it PJ?
PJ.
PJ DeYoung on the carry.
DeYoung on the carry, picked up by Carson Buhner. Brings the ball down to the Wildcat 36-yard
So
line.
ball's on the 36. 3rd down and 6, we'll call it. Red Wolves marching again. 13-0 your score. Just under 10 minutes to go until halftime. Goodell pitches that one back. That one is Ben Miller.
That is
Ben's
Ben.
going to pick up about 4, 3. That's going to bring up 4th down and 3. Red Wolves will likely go for this. Didn't see any indication of any thought of anything but going for this.
Yeah, the way our defense is played, I don't think he's too worried about it.
Well, and quite honestly, the way our offense is playing, you know, those are the 3 shortest runs tonight. They just happen to happen on back-to-back plays. From the power I, expect to see Ben Miller get this ball. Handoff, this is going to be PJ. PJ's got a little hole. PJ's going to get the 1st down. That's going to be good for a Red Wolves. 1st down.
That was a nice hole on the left side that time.
Yeah, and PJ did a nice job of waiting on that hole to open up. You know, Bryson got there a little bit early and ran into the back. PJ kind of waited that one out. And hole opened up and through it he went.
That flag came from this side, and they've already had one sideline warning.
Referee's doing a lot of talking tonight. A lot of conferences.
got a dead ball on sportsmanlike on the bench.
And there you go, Greg. Second time for the night. That's a 15-yard penalty. That's going to be a first down again for the Red Wolves.
And I think if they get one more, the head coach is out out.
Three sideline warnings and
I
you're
think
out.
so.
Yeah. That's only 10, guy. Pretty sure that was only 10, right? Yep.
There he goes. Now 5 more.
That's good. I was counting those little ticky marks on the field. And so Red Wolves going to wind the clock here. It's like 8:45 to go.
They're still not quite sure on the spot.
Yeah, so we're going to go and we're going to take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard, I think. Let's see if we can't pull that up. There it is. All right, so right now out of town, Otsego, 21-7 over Plainwell. What else we got on there? There's our score here. Niles Edwardsburg, 14-7 Niles in the second.
First and 10.
Looks like Vicksburg and Sturgis are still scoreless. And that takes us back into last week. From the power I, Gunnar Goodell's under center. Gunner's going to pitch it back to Ben Miller. Ben's going to try to string it out. Ben gets the corner. Ben Miller down the sideline into the end zone for a Red Wolves touchdown. But we've got some laundry on the field, so we're going to have to go back up. Looks like there was a hold on that play.
Yeah, that's back behind our line. That's probably a hold.
It was right at the missed tackle. So potentially it could be a face mask as well.
Holding. Offense. 10 yards from the line of scrimmage. Replay.
Yeah, they're going to say 10 yards. Isn't it holding the spot foul?
Not behind the line. It's not a spot foul.
So 10 yards from the line of scrimmage. So that's going to back them up 10. That's going to be 1st and 20 for the Red Wolves. Really, to be honest with you, down here doesn't hurt them all that much. Not the way they've been running the ball tonight. So 1st and 20 from the 24. They can still get a first down inside the 5. There's a throw. That's a reception. Oh, broken tackle. Good job. Got back about to the line of scrimmage.
That was Barron on the catch.
Marinich out there.
Tackled by Carson Buter.
That gets most of the penalty yardage back.
So second and 11. Again, they can get a first down without sticking it in the end zone.
Second down 11.
Right now the score is 13-0, Paw Paw. Wing T. It's going to be PJ DeYoung, cuts it back. PJ, now he's following a blocker. PJ's going to be close to that first down. I think he's got it. Good for a Red Wolves, first down.
Yep. 1st and goal at the 3.
So 1st and goal, ball's on the 3. What do you call it here, Greg?
I'm going to say they'll go line up in the power I. Might give it to Bryson up the middle.
I was going to say T and Bryson up the middle.
Okay,
so
well, you got the T part.
Yep, we're thinking along the same lines. Nope, this is going to be PJ DeYoung off the left side. PJ's going to be in for a Red Wolves touchdown.
Now does coach go for 2?
Does not appear so.
Nope.
Dalton Ike's out there with a T in his hand, so still not going to rule it out. I suppose he could, but I have a feeling we're going to see a kick here. Snap is good. Hold's good. Kick is up and kick is good. So 6:50 to go here in the quarter, or here in the first half. Paw Paw up 20-0 over Three Rivers. Let's meet those last set of Red Wolves.
Austin Ackerman, junior, offensive line and outside linebacker. Shout out to Dalton's 2 left feet.
Cody Simpson, senior, offensive tackle, defensive tackle. Shout out Colin, he got fluffy hair.
Eli Sonnenberg, junior, wide receiver, DB. Shout out Baron Marinich, partner in crime.
Kendall Tate, sophomore, wide receiver, safety. Shout out Emma Penning.
I'm Karen Armijo. I'm a junior running back, and I'm shouting out Mr. Geffrey.
My name is JJ Varney, 2026, wide receiver, running back, and safety. Shout out my Chicos at Home Depot.
I'm PJ DeYoung. I'm a running back, senior, and built by McDonald's.
Okay, so back at it. Red Wolves to kick off for the 4th time tonight. Trying to get. That's just worthless. That scoreboard's terrible. Gunner boots it a short kick. It's going to be the up back in just over the 20. And that breakdown in coverage. That's a big run. Pushed out of bounds, and there's some positive. The crowd finally allowed back into the game here. A little bit of a breakdown on special teams. Almost get the feeling that that wasn't a called pooch kick. He might have just missed it.
Yeah, I just think he didn't get it all.
Yeah, because usually on the pooch kicks the coverage is a little different, and it just didn't feel like that coverage aligned with what we were trying to do there. So first time in Paw Paw territory first time over the 25-yard line for Three Rivers tonight. Different look from Three Rivers. Quarterback under center, going to hand it off to the deep back, and he's going to lose 2.
Yeah.
So typically better than they've been doing on first down tonight. They only lost 2 on that one.
Conley and Colin Campbell in on that one. Puts Three Rivers back in their own territory, too.
Yeah, we didn't really care for him on our side of the field, to be honest with you.
2-yard loss in the play, 2nd down 12 from the Wildcat 49.
See their quarterback's back in the game.
He almost went down before he got the handoff on that last play.
Williams is under center again. That's going to be another handoff, and that's met.
Landon Buell.
Landon Buell almost took that handoff. Cody Conley was also back in there.
Cody's been everywhere tonight.
So that brings up it's actually 3rd and short for what it's been all night for Three Rivers. It's only 3rd and 14. Have they even attempted a pass tonight? Just one screen pass, right?
I think so, just the one, yeah.
Which is not what we're used to seeing coming down here.
Well, they did actually call another pass play, and Landon
right.
Buell sacked the quarterback.
There's a pitch outside. That's going to be met in the hole. Kalen Tate came up for run support. That's going to bring up 4th and really long, so we're probably going to see another punt here. Three Rivers' body language is starting to look a little frustrated.
Usually don't see that till after halftime.
Well, they played Niles pretty tough down here for the first half. Or they didn't play at Niles. It must have been at Niles. He said they hadn't.
Yeah, they were at
field.
Niles.
There's a snap. Kick is away. That's high and short. Tate's telling everybody to get away. What is he going to mark that?
Wow. Okay.
That's going to be way up here by the 40. Yep. Ball is, look at that. Right at the 40.
Good call.
Yeah, finally got one right. 5 years, 6 games, got one of those right.
Oh, but they marked it at the 39.
And then they take it away from me, just like that. I had it.
Sorry,
and they
Brent.
took it away from me.
Well, they didn't want to ruin your record.
Yeah, well, it's a good thing. Streaks, you know. Got to check in on that streak because I'm still wrong. All right, Red Wolves come to the line. Looks like we're going to be in the T. Gunner is going to hand this one off this side. That's Ben Miller.
Yep.
For 1.
Ben Miller on the carry, brought down by number 24, Chase Grant.
Just an awkward silence there. We'll go with that for a minute. 3:54 here to go in the half. 20-0 still your score. Red Wolves marching. Handoff. This is PJ. PJ breaks a tackle. PJ's going to be good for about 5, maybe 6. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 4. 3.
Looks like about 3.
3.5.
Yeah, he broke that first tackle, then he took the safety on and drove him back another yard or 2.
It almost looked like he looked for that second hit.
Yeah.
He went right shoulder to shoulder
Yeah,
with him.
he wasn't worried about faking the guy out.
Yeah. That's a statement for later, because you do that once and then they get you. And then you can juke them and you're gone. From the eye, that's going to be a handoff, straight handoff, nice hole. That's going to be good for a Red Wolves first down.
That was PJ again.
PJ DeYoung off the right side. Haven't seen that look with PJ in the back of the straight eye.
No, that's the first time he's been back there that I can remember.
That's a good wrinkle.
And one of the very few times they've lined up in just the straight eye formation.
So different look this time. Gunnar Goodell's going to throw it. He's got a man. Kalen Tate. Kalen Tate's got the ball, and Kalen Tate has a Red Wolves first down. Another great throw from Gunnar Goodell. Kalen actually had, if Gunnar had put that 3 more yards downfield, Kalen's still running.
Yeah, Kalen had to slow down. He's good at adjusting to the ball.
But Gunnar also made a nice throw there.
He did. Again, like you talked about, with some touch, put a little air under it and
That's right.
got it out there to him.
I think Gunnar may have been surprised a little bit how deep and how open he was, and maybe don't want to let that go full length of the arm. Again, from the eye. PJ, left side. PJ falls forward. It's going to get 2, maybe 3. That's going to bring up second down. 2nd and 6.5.
Sam Reynolds, number 68.
$1:35 to go in the half. 20-0 is your score. Back into the power eye. Ben Miller's deep. Bryson and PJ up front. Ben's got the ball. Ben's going to cut back. Oh, got a hat rolling around on the ground. Looks like that's Ben's hat. Is he going to have to come out, or are they going to say they knocked it off him?
I don't know. Look, we got Tate coming in.
Yeah, so Tate's going to come in for him. I don't really think it matters how it comes off, does it?
In high school, I think no matter what, if it's off, it's off.
Yeah, in high school, I think you got to come off. So Tate's going to get in the game. Kalen Tate might get a shot at the end zone here. Power eye. They're going to fake it. They're going to throw to Marinich. He's wide open. Nice throw. Gunnar Goodell is on fire tonight. Touchdown, Red Wolves.
Him and Barron have been a really good combination this year. It's been nice to see.
Well, Greg, you cannot throw the ball any better than he just threw that
he
one.
dropped it in the bucket.
He let that go before Barron took 2 steps out of his break and led him to the promised land. There was nobody out there. So now Gunner's going to hold on the extra point. Ike. Dalton's kick is up, and his kick is good. So 25 seconds remaining here in the first half. Paw Paw, 1 missed extra point away from perfection. 27-0 is your score. Greg, there's not a whole lot to criticize here.
Not much.
You know, got a couple of penalties, but they weren't even, honestly, they weren't even horrible penalties.
No.
You got a couple roughing the kicker penalties.
Yeah, you're trying to block the kick.
There's been 2 bad holds that,
Yeah.
But it really didn't hurt us that much. It just
it didn't hurt us at all.
Cost Three Rivers about 2 minutes on the clock is all that one hold cost us.
Yeah, the stat guy, I think he gave up because the last time Three Rivers had the ball, he didn't add any more negative yards to their stats.
All right, so Gunnar Goodell to kick again. This one you want to just send the ball deep and pin them.
Just boom it.
Get into halftime with your 28-0 score, 27-0 score. Got his foot into that one. It's going to be fielded just inside the 10. Bobbled but retained. Good coverage down here. Oh, he's out of bounds. Yeah. It's like he hit the burst button after he went out of bounds.
Start on the return.
So that's going to give Three Rivers 20 seconds to work with. I can't imagine a scenario where they're going to want to do anything fancy.
Ball's placed on the 31-yard line. The Wildcats will begin their drive.
They could
20 seconds to go.
Throw it up and hope for a pass interference penalty or something.
Yeah, at this point, I think you're licking your wounds and you're going into halftime. I just don't. Only bad things can happen. Woody Hayes, you put the ball in the air.
Oh, there's
things can happen, and it's a. But again, people are going to look at that like there's a big play. That's a bait play, to be honest with you, because we're in an umbrella defense there. We're just not giving up the touchdown.
Right.
And now what you've done is made Three Rivers think, okay, maybe we do have a chance. They're not even going to try.
Yeah, we had guys spread all over the field.
And
they
see,
did
right
call
here,
a timeout.
They called a timeout with 1 second with the ball at the 44. You can't put 20 seconds on the clock. There were 20 seconds when that play started.
They put 5 on.
Okay, 5 seconds went on the clock. Well, that makes a little bit more sense. But again, here's that bait play, Greg. Mark my words. This is not going to turn out well for Three Rivers.
No, not at all.
This is one of those ones where now you're going to throw the ball up in the air and hope for that penalty or hope for something, and the Red Wolves are either going to sack it and cause a fumble or they're going to intercept the ball. All you're doing is giving, the Three Rivers thought better.
No.
They're going to run the clock.
They decided to run the clock out, let it
hurt
go.
me. Yeah, so that's going to take us into halftime here in Three Rivers. Your score, 27 Paw Paw, Three Rivers, nothing. We're going to leave the camera up and running, but you're not going to hear anything, of course, because that's just how we roll. And tonight we're just going to tell you we're doing it on purpose, even though that's not true. But
it is their homecoming.
But it is their homecoming ceremony tonight, and there's some kind of a stagey dome going out onto the field, so we'll see what that all turns
That's for the
into in a
marching
minute.
band.
So we will see you on the other side of halftime. All right, welcome back to Three Rivers. We got some Bon Jovi rocking out in the stadium, and we're getting ready to start this back up. Red Wolves up 27-0 at halftime. Yeah, so the scoreboard, so we're just an update on the scoreboard. There's not a thing we can do about it. It's this is an LED scoreboard, very expensive scoreboard. They're putting up videos and everything else on it, but it's so bright that you can't do anything with it. And we don't have a super high-tech camera on that shot because normally we're dealing with light bulbs and a static scoreboard. So it just is what it is. We're going to have to call out. We had this same problem. We determined it was Berrien Springs that we had this problem last year. Same kind of thing with their electronic scoreboard. So let's take a look, Greg, and we're going to go here in a second. Once I get her refreshed, we're going to go and take a look at the out-of-town scores. See what we got. So right now, it is showing the Paw Paw Three Rivers score. Niles 21, Edwardsburg 7. That's at the half. Niles lost their playmaker wide receiver on the outside to a broken ankle, is what the Wolverine Wire had to say.
Oh.
So maybe some hope there.
Well, I know after last week's game, Edwardsburg's down a couple players too.
Yeah, so it's one of the things about high school football. You hate to see kids get hurt, especially when it's their year.
Yes.
And but one thing about high school football is just getting through that. It's just making it through those injuries.
Yeah, you don't have a choice a lot of times on the depth.
Correct. And honestly, the Red Wolves were down for the first couple games. They had a couple people out.
Yep.
And, there's not a whole lot you can do about it. Red Wolves will kick to start the half. They received the ball. Three Rivers had won the toss and deferred to the second half, so they'll get the ball.
Well, it looks like Vicksburg started scoring.
So lots of jamming going on here at halftime. Great band show. They had a really nice show out there. I hope you could see it. Some illuminated stars. It was a space-themed show. So not sure what the delay is right at this point. Next week, Paw Paw is at Otsego, and that'll be our last broadcast of the year. Unfortunately, the Niles game falls on the same day I'm going to be down in Alabama. So this is our second last broadcast tonight. Otsego will be our last broadcast of the year. The game will still be on the NFHS network, as will the playoff games. Again, I'm going to apply for a license to do audio for the MHSAA playoffs, but I can't do video on those. If we host a home game, I might be able to get away with it doing one home game, but it will be on the NFHS network. I can't do video off of network, so we'll have to cross that bridge when we get there. So Stone's back to receive. Gunnar Goodell's going to kick. Kick is away. Gunner's going to boot one deep. That's going to be fielded at the 10. Dropped. Picked up again. He's going to try to run side to side. Gets through the initial line. Now we've got a return on for Three Rivers. He's going to make it out to the 38-yard line. Gunnar Goodell on the tackle. Got through a seam there, Greg, and turned it into a nice return.
That's on a kick return. All you got to do is hit one crease, and then there's not much coverage left.
So Three Rivers going to come out, and hugely important for them if they want to get back into this football game to put some points on the board some way, some other.
Just getting a first down would be big for them.
Well, getting the ball over the 50-yard line would be a moral victory at this point.
It was for one play.
A quick pass out to this side, and that's going to lose some yardage. So it's going to lose 2. Bring up 2nd and 12.
Yeah, Bryson Newell and Kalen Tate were on that right away.
Williams pass is complete. Carpenter, loss of a play.
Not necessarily the pass play that you're looking for there.
No, you'd like your pass plays to get you some positive yards. You'd like every play to get positive yards.
So, from the gun. Nope, that's movement on Three Rivers. We'll see if they call and say Paw Paw caused it, but that was definitely movement on the left side of the Three Rivers offensive line.
Yeah, the left tackle's the biggest kid on the line. It's hard to miss.
Yeah, that is a false start. That's going to take them back 5 more. And when you're already moving in the wrong direction, it's not a good thing to move in the wrong direction.
2-yard line of Three Rivers.
So back to the 32-yard line, 2nd and 15.
2nd and
17. From the shotgun. Quick throw. That's batted up in the air, and that's not going to be able to run it down, but nice play out there on the ends.
That was
outside.
PJ.
DeYoung got a hand on that pass.
Good reflexes.
So PJ batted it way up in the air, but wasn't able to run underneath it. That's going to bring up 3rd and 17. So from the shotgun, 3rd and 17, and that's going to be a delay of game penalty on Three Rivers. So 3rd and 22.
Delay of game. Offense.
They are not doing themselves any
And
favors.
there is just some nights, Greg, when it's just not going your direction.
Just not your night.
And this happens to be one of those nights for Three Rivers, it looks like.
Hate to see it on homecoming, but
They're going to call a timeout, and they're going to talk about that. Hey, let's meet our Red Wolves again.
Ben Miller, Jr., running back. Shout out, Mom.
My name is Silas Penning, Jr., cornerback. Shout out to Jimmy Johns.
My name is Gunnar Goodell, quarterback, junior, and shouting out any Chinese buffet.
Bryson Newell, linebacker / running back, class of 2025. Shout out my Uncle Adam, who's slower than me.
Cody Conley, class 25, water boy. Shout out my dad.
Sorry, we're sitting there looking at Cody Conley. So the Red Wolves come out on defense.
3rd and very long.
3rd, and we're going to call that probably white pigeon. Handoff, gets through the first line, but that's about it. Going to be a gain of 4.
Kalen Tate with a nice tackle there.
Tate came up and run support on that one.
He is a good open field tackler.
Yes, he is. So Kalen's going to go back to receive the punt. Fry is going to jog off the sideline.
Kalen hasn't really had a chance to return one yet.
No, they've been the one he did have a shot at. It hit him,
Tate back.
and he had to fall on it.
Rush the punt.
That's another
high
short
punt.
one.
Tate's going to call for a fair catch, but he couldn't get to it. Takes a Three Rivers bounce, and that's going to be down.
About the 48-yard line.
So Red Wolves are going to start just on their own side.
Carson Bowley down the punt.
So ball in the 48. Red Wolves are going to start the second half. We've got 9:52 to go here in the 3rd quarter. First time the Red Wolves touched the ball, 27-0. Got to get to 35 to be a running clock. Red Wolves in the wing T. Inside Newell Bryson Newell's got a hole. Bryson Newell's got a first down and then some. Bryson Newell dragging people. Bryson Newell with a big run. First down, Red Wolves. You shall not bring me down, cried the Bryson as he ran down the field.
That's not the first person he's drugged down the field
That's
this
right.
year.
Some time in the weight room this summer paying off out on the field this fall. So a nice run by Bryson Newell that gets us started. Ball is on the 18-yard line. In the tee. It's going to be Ben Miller. Ben finds a hole. Ben works his way back in. That's going to be close to another first down. It's going to be just short.
Yeah, about 2 yards short.
8 for Ben Miller. So ball's on the 10. Got 2nd and 2. Red Wolves, Gunner's going to bring the play in. So what do you got, Greg? Prognosticate. We've seen Miller and we've seen Bryson. I haven't seen PJ yet.
Tate came in for Newell. He's playing fullback.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised to see him throw another pass to Barron. Nope, Tate up the middle.
So Kalen Tate's got the ball up the middle, and Kalen's going to go for Red Wolves. First down.
First and goal.
So Kalen comes back out.
Three Rivers brings some beef in on the inside of the defensive line.
Didn't see number 4 suit up tonight. Just 69 is the only one we saw.
Yeah, Darren's really hoping to catch a touchdown pass.
Well, he's out there on the right side of the line in the power I, and they're going to follow. The left side, PJ's got the ball, and it's going to go for about a yard.
The young on the carry brought down by Jackson Smith.
I think Darren gets to wear number 4 if we get a running clock.
Oh, that could be. Yeah, that could be. Is he listed as both numbers tonight or not?
I believe
Yes,
so.
is.
Yep. Him and
sure
Landon
is.
Buell both.
From the tee. Gunnar Goodell, under center, snap. Pitch out this side. Ben Miller's got the ball. Ben Miller's not touched. Ben Miller's in for a touchdown. Red Wolves.
Got Austin Ackerman out there leading the way for him.
So Ben Miller goes off the left side, not touched, into the end zone for the Red Wolves. That's going to bring us to 33. And then the drama, they are going to kick it, so we're going to keep away from the running clock.
I'm a little bit surprised Coach didn't go for 2.
So Ike in to kick the extra point. Snaps good, down, hold good, down, kick up and good. So 7:15 to go here in the third quarter. Paw Paw 34, Three Rivers 0.
Alex McNeil, 2026, tight end. Shout out to my mom.
Elijah Garcia, class of 25, tight end. I'd like to shout out my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.
Baron Marinich, class of 2025, position kicker. Shout out Mama Marinich.
Landon Buell, class of 2025, position team bowling manager, and shout out my uncle.
So back at it, Three Rivers lining up to receive. Oh, got a balloon going by. See that?
Yep. Might have been part of their halftime show.
It's a star-shaped balloon heading for the heavens. The astute viewer who's trying to read the scoreboard that's unreadable caught that balloon go by. Gunner to kick. That's squibbed along the ground. Three Rivers going to try to come this way. Nice block out there. Caught from behind. Kind of a little too much dancing. The homecoming dance hasn't started yet. That kid's getting it started.
Austin Ackerman with the tackle on that kick return.
Barron in there as well.
Ball's placed on the 31-yard line where the Wildcats will begin their drive.
So Wildcats coming out. Haven't had a positive play on first down in a long time. Red Wolves defense has been all over everything tonight. From the eye. And left guard jumped. We jumped before him, so we'll see.
This one might be on us.
Yeah, I think they're going to call the false start, though.
Full start.
Yeah. You know, the defense does have a split second to try to get back, and the offense doesn't have that luxury. So.
Yeah, and both times that left tackle's jumped, Darren's been right over him.
Yeah.
He's trying to get a little head start on Darren. They've actually worked out together some over the summer.
Yeah. Well, that's going to bring out 1st and 14. Snap, that's a handoff inside, and that's going to go nowhere. Stry was on top of that pile. Somebody had him underneath as well.
Yeah, Landon Buell.
Landon Buell. Cody Conley was in there as well. Cody's been everywhere tonight.
Cody has been all over the place. About the only place he hasn't been is our own end zone when we score. And actually, he might have been blocking.
So under center, this is going to be another handoff out to the outside here. He's
Landon Buell again.
Landon Buell held on and wrestled him down. Landon's played it. Everybody's played a good game tonight.
They are.
It's 34-0. Third and 12. I'd be curious, Greg, and I'm not keeping track. And notice they've taken the stats off the scoreboard.
I see that.
But I would be curious how many plays Three Rivers has run tonight plus 10 or more yards.
A lot.
It's been a lot. They've been behind the sticks all night, but I'll bet it's in the 20s of number of plays that they've run from X and longer than 10 yards. Gonna try to throw here, and that's not gonna work.
Nice. Colin Campbell hit him first. Cody Conley finished him off.
Cody Conley sandwiched him, and Oreo Filling is down for a loss. That's going to bring up 4th and lots.
Good to see Colin moving like that. He had hurt his ankle earlier in the year.
So again, Tate's back, but if it's been like any of the punts tonight, there's very little chance it's going to get as far as Kalen's back there.
They go about as high as they do long.
Good snap. Kicks away. Punter's going to fall down. That's actually his best kick of the night. Kalen receives it, but nowhere to go. Nice coverage by Three Rivers.
Yeah, Landon Buell pushed that blocker right back into the kicker.
Yeah, the kicker went down to try to draw another flag, and it ended up being the best kick of the night. Maybe he needs to fall down every time. So now the only drama is at what point do we start seeing some of the cleaner jerseys? And with AstroTurf, you can't tell by how dirty the.
Yeah, with the white, you can't even tell who's sweating.
That's right. So from the tee, still looks like the usual suspects out there. There's Bryson. Is that Newell?
That's Newell.
Bryson Newell down the sideline, one man to beat. Bryson beats him. Touchdown, Red Wolves. Bryson Newell with a big gain off the right side is able to break a tackle down right at the goal line. Give Bryson some fireworks.
Showed off little wheels there.
Well, to be perfectly honest with you, I didn't think it was Bryson when he took off. He was moving. He was running almost as fast as his Uncle Adam on that play.
He wasn't dragging anybody. Usually he's not that fast because he's dragging someone.
That's right. So Ike into kick. Kick is up. Kick is good. That's going to be 41.
Dalton has been doing a great job this year. He's been a nice surprise.
No, when he came on, there was a little bit of concern, and Gunnar Goodell, for all that Gunner's done, Gunnar wanted to be the holder.
Yeah.
Gunnar did not want to kick extra points. And, after a couple games, I think the coach finally said, well, does anybody want to do this? And Dalton Mike says, I'll do it, coach. And off he came. And Gunnar, I got to be honest with you, maybe Gunnar didn't have the best holder. He didn't have Gunnar holding for him.
That could be. He couldn't hold for himself.
Because he's, Dalton all of a sudden is converting everything, and every snap is perfect.
And I know he's been working on it, too. He got a little bit of confidence that first game, and you can see just his body language, how much better he's doing.
So Red Wolves to kick. We're in a running clock situation as soon as Red Wolves kicks. It stops after a score, but then they'll wind the clock, and it'll just continue to run now.
Oh, they did put the stats back up.
Yeah, unless Three Rivers happens to get it back within 35. So as soon as this ball's kicked, the only time the clock will stop here is for timeouts, injuries, and
penalties and scores,
and at the end of the quarter. So there's another kick that's fielded at the 20. They're going to try it, bring it this way, and then he's going to cut back into the middle. Got a little bit of an opening, but he's going to get it out to the 38-yard line, which is probably the 6th best starting field position that they've had tonight.
J.J. Varney got the tackle on that one.
J.J. Varney's in on that kickoff return.
On our sheet it says Jonathan, and I asked him about that last night, and he says, that was really weird when I heard Jonathan. I said, I'll call you JJ from now on.
Who said that they wanted to be Jonathan?
He didn't want Jonathan on there, but they put it on.
Well, Jonathan. You know what I'm going to do now. We know he doesn't want to be called Jonathan, so Jonathan, we'll call you JJ. From the eye. Handoff, and that's going to be close. Man, he maybe fought forward for an inch.
That was a lot of fighting for no more than he got. Bryson Newell.
You know what? It's second and less than 10 for Three Rivers.
That's a start.
One of their more explosive plays of the night. Three Rivers gets it.
Yeah, Bryson had him around the waist and wasn't letting go.
Yeah, second and 9, so we're going to, I don't even know what that means. Oh, it wasn't second and 9 for long. Second and 14 is the proper call.
Good ball. Ball start. Offense.
And that was more than one guy that time.
The penalty moves the ball back to our 36-yard line. Second down.
So second and 14 is the call. Back to the comfortable second and 10 plus yards. Handoff inside. Broke a tackle. That's a nice run. Got back to the original line of scrimmage. Maybe even picked up 6 inches.
Ben Miller and P.J. DeYoung in on that.
These are the nights where it's fun to play defense. Because
oh, absolutely.
They've got no semblance of a throwing game. Anything that they're going to throw is going to be behind the line of scrimmage.
Yep, screen passes.
They've shown nothing down the field at all. So if you're a linebacker, defensive back, or safety, you're just flying to the ball.
Oh, yeah.
You have to just put it up once just to try to keep them a little bit honest.
But even when they do, we've been right there.
But the problem is we're so far in the backfield, they don't have time to. But I can tell you this, you can't run the ball every single time.
No.
You know?
Austin Ackerman just cut right through there.
And if you are going to run the ball every time, because I say that, you know, the Red Wolves have been accused of running the ball all the time, you know, but you've got to have an offense that allows you to at least put some hats on people.
Yeah,
you know, you can't run from a pro set spread offense and never throw the ball.
And that's what they were set up to do this year until their quarterback got hurt. Spread the ball and throw it around.
There's a low kick. Tate's going to get away from that. Looked like for a second it might skip up to him, but it kind of checked on that first bounce.
He had thoughts about grabbing it. Here comes some new linemen. Nope, that's the usual suspects.
And that's the end of the third quarter, so let's meet some.
Alex McNeil, 2026, tight end. Shout out to my mom.
Elijah Garcia, class of 25, tight end. I'd like to shout out my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.
Baron Marinich, class of 2025, position kicker. Shout out Mama Marinich.
Landon Buell, class of 2025, position team bowling manager, and shout out my uncle.
And we're back. Sorry about the delay on the black screen. Caught me walking around the hallway of the press box to stretch my legs. So the Red Wolves are going to come out. We're starting the fourth quarter, 41-0. Red Wolves got the ball back. Running clock after the start of the quarter. Power I. That's going to be P.J. DeYoung off the left side. Going to call out changes as we see them. I haven't seen any major wholesale changes yet.
When their defense just came onto the field to start the quarter, they had very defeated body language.
Miller got his helmet off again. Speaking of Miller, I'm going to give a big shout out to Coach Miller, Ben's dad Rick, who has qualified with his women's golf team for a second consecutive state finals trip. Girls took second at regionals this week. Great job for Coach Matt Meyer and Rick Miller, and all the ladies who played well, including Grace Mitchell, who had a standout performance, finishing top 5, so she qualified individually as well.
Yeah, 3 of the girls made all conference.
Yeah, so we had, great year for the girls golf. This has been a long time coming. This senior class is pretty easy to say the most decorated girls golf class in Paw Paw history. Kaylin Pease and Alana Felchin and
Mary Stewart
and Grace Mitchell. Those were 4 of the, along with Lily Broush, were the team that represented Paw Paw. So they did a great job up there this year. Goodell's under center. We also had some good showing by the tennis team. Very young Paw Paw tennis team this year. We got some of our seniors got hurt right towards the end of the season, so we had to have some freshmen fill in.
And they did well.
And they did very well. We are number 3 doubles ended up taking second at regionals, so that was a good surprise. There's a lot of talent in Paw Paw's region for tennis. Kalamazoo Christian's a state powerhouse this year. Berrien Springs is a perennial powerhouse, so good job, too, for the Paw Paw boys tennis team, Coach Balea.
I think all but one of the doubles teams made all conference, and I think we had 2 or 3 guys in the singles make all conference.
Yeah, great showing for some of the Paw Paw teams. Oh, there's a burst of speed from PJ. And Darren out there finishing his block.
Young on the carry. Carson Buter on the stop for Three Rivers.
So 41-0's your score. Running clock, 9:37 to go. Fourth quarter.
4th down and 3.
So 4th and 3. Looks like Red Wolves are going to go. Because why not? From the power eye, handoff.
Ben
He's
Miller.
not going to get there. So Three Rivers comes up with their first big positive play of the night. They're going to stop the Red Wolves short. That's going to be first down for the Wildcats. And they're going to be inside the 40-yard line for the first time all night. Checking again on those out-of-town scores. We got a good one going, Greg. Down in Edwardsburg, Niles 21, Edwardsburg 14 in the fourth quarter.
I think that's a lot closer than people thought it was going to be.
Don't know what's going to happen down there yet, but it's still, and we've got some issues with that, so we're going to go away from it. Go back in there. See if
Neither
there's
coach
still
has put
virus
any
on my screen,
any of their second string guys
so going
in
back
yet.
to Plainwell, Otsego 28-14. Go back to some more of those in a minute. And that play is going to go nowhere and get our normal couple-yard loss on first down. So that's going to be 2nd and 12, 2nd and 11 maybe.
And guess what? Cody Connolly was in on that stop again.
7:48 to go.
The middle of our defensive line's done a really nice job just stuffing everything.
There's a handoff, quick handoff inside. Bounces off one. Not going to bounce off two. Austin Ackerman was right there.
Landon Buell. Somebody's a little slow getting up.
No gain on the play.
So that brings up 3rd and 11.
Julian Hernandez checks in on defense.
Yeah, it'll be about 6 minutes and 40 seconds when they run this play.
If they get it off.
And they're not going to.
Nope.
And they let it go.
They still lost
same
5
result.
yards.
Yep, same result.
PJ and Julian Hernandez in on that tackle.
Well, that would be an interesting rub on the rule, no delay of games with the running clock.
Oh, that's possible.
You know.
Or the refs just said let it go.
I think the refs just said let it go. And there's a high snap. That punt's another good punt. That's low. It's coffin corner. That's going to go into the end zone. Best punt of the night. Even had an opportunity to maybe down that one down deep. Vicksburg 35-0 over Sturgis. Otsego 28-14. Still, we don't have an update on that Niles score. But
is that a halftime score?
It was a fourth quarter score. So it's showing fourth quarter. So the ball's going to start at the 20. Clock is running.
Now
Well,
we've got some
imagine
new
we're gonna
guys
see
out
some new
there.
guys
We got
out there
we've
now.
got a whole new line. We've got new running backs. Got Varney back there.
So Varney's in the backfield.
Eli Sonnenberg, I think.
Sonnenberg and Tate usually.
Yep. That's Tate.
So up the middle, Kalen Tate is going to pick up about 9, maybe 8. 4:20 to go.
Looks like the stat truck packed it in.
Well, it's been a pretty much soup to nuts domination by the Red Wolves tonight. This is going to be Sonnenberg.
Yep.
Ooh, and Eli takes a shot.
Sonnenberg on the carry, stopped quickly by Chase Gregg.
It was good for a first down.
Yep, good for a Red Wolves. We're going to give you a first down on that one. Got to imagine this is about 5 more handoffs and ride off into the sunset. Unless somebody happens to break one. Handoff, that's Varney.
Yep.
JJ's going to lose a yard. Yeah, they're going to say he got back to the line of scrimmage.
Tackled by number 40, Caleb Moore, number 40.
Well, I think that's fairly safe to say, Greg, that the win streak on the new turf is over for the Wildcats.
That is correct. And
I think it's also safe to say that our losing streak on Three Rivers Homecoming is going to come to an end tonight. Hand off inside, and that's a good run.
Tate.
Oh, and here we go. Kalen Tate's got some room. One man to beat. And he will not beat him. Kalen Tate with a big run. Caught from behind. Not going to.
Oh, I am so sorry.
Well, just so you know, he was caught from behind.
Watching the play and forgetting my camera duty.
And that's your Three Rivers route, missing the end of that play right there.
Kalen tried to juke him, and he slowed down a step and let the kid catch him.
So Red Wolves first down, 2 minutes to go. Sonnenberg off the right side. That's good for 3 or 4.
Sonnenberg on the carry. Jeremiah Marissette on the stop for the Cats. Second down 9.
I think our viewers will be glad to have Jason back on the camera next week.
Everybody hates whoever's in that chair, Greg. That's the hardest chair to do. All I got to do is make the howl go off and not screw up the graphics, and I can't do that 3 quarters in a row. So from the tee, garbage time here in Three Rivers. Gunnar Goodell is going to hand off. What's the referee doing?
He's taking a knee.
They're just going to take a knee. So got to do it one more time. The referee was the 4th back in the wing tee there at the beginning of that play.
Yeah,
that's great when you know they're going to do that, but every once in a while they don't do that. Turn to hand it off, and all of a sudden you're getting hit.
It looked like an overloaded T formation.
So Gunner's going to do it one more time. He just got to wait for the the game clock to get under 45, which it is now. So he really can take this about any time. Make sure it's under 35 and you're golden, and they do. So from Three Rivers, Greg Southworth and Brent McNitt calling your game tonight. 41-0 is your score. Paw Paw Red Wolves come in and ruin the homecoming for the Three Rivers Wildcats. Next week, we will be up in Otsego one way or another. We'll either be in the crowd or up in the press box. But that will be our last game of the season, so make sure that you get your watch parties in. Then the Red Wolves will return home 2 weeks from now in the big showdown in the Wolverine Conference with the Niles Vikings. Gonna just check a real quick score before we go off the air and see if we got any report out from Niles. It's actually in Edwardsburg. Still showing a 21-14 score, so don't know what happened down there in Edwardsburg, but watch the local news tonight, see if you can figure it out. Huge game with conference title implications going on down in Edwardsburg tonight.
Might have to watch the South Bend news to get that score.
Yeah, so keep watching it. Scorestream.com is the scores that I pull up here. So once again, signing off from Three Rivers. Have a great night.